Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Phoenix Point. I think we're going to have to hold off on searching these things for research, as much as research is kind of the only thing that matters right now. I'm pretty sure this haven's not going to survive us hanging around here for several hours and then making the flight out, so let's make this flight out a priority. Hopefully it'll still be there when we get there. Alright, the living quarters here are about to finish. Yeah, we could just hang out. Is the vehicle bay powered? It is. Okay. So yeah, Tiamat 3 will just hang out, get healed up. You're already doing a thing. I guess just keep flying. Alright. They have 17 attacking force points remaining. Wow, the gap between the attacker and the defender has grown considerably. Right? Weren't they 10 points apart at first? That's pretty bad. Okay, that's just a New Jericho Haven. I suppose not a huge surprise. And then you guys can just get to searching stuff over here. Trachemish is under attack in the mist. Oh, you know what? The attacking force is not that much greater in size. Do I want to reroute Manticore 1, or do I want to have Manticore 2 run over here when they're done with the thing they're doing now? Let's reroute Manticore 1 for the moment. Oh boy, we arrived just in time. They actually have 0 defending strength left. 825 materials if we're able to pull this off. Boy, it looks like we might not be able to pull this off, though, doesn't it? 15 is a lot. Okay, how's everybody doing supplies-wise? You could use a little bit more. You could use a whole extra magazine of grenades. Your stuff looks fine. You're basically empty. What are the odds we're going to actually have you use that gun? You know, it's probably better off we give him one of these. Maybe we give him both. Yeah, we give him both. Yeah, that's probably better. If he gets a position to melee somebody, he will have time to switch over to the melee weapon. Okay, I think the crew's ready to rock. If anybody's going to be able to handle an enemy strength of this much, or an enemy force of this much strength, you know, an enemy strength of this much force, all the words are there, you can figure it out. It's going to be these guys, is where that sentence was eventually going. We hit some, we hit some wild cul-de-sacs on the way there, but that just sort of happens. That's the English language for you. And also my brain. Also, who the hell wrote on this gun backwards? Why would you do that? How do you even reverse a stencil like that? Seems like the sort of thing you'd have to do on purpose. Maybe it's a code? Humans can look at that and, like, puzzle it out, but no Pandoran can read backwards. We know that. Oof, I'm a little worried about the frame rate that we're seeing here. Are we about to load into a very, very busy map, perhaps? Alright, what do we have vision of right now? There's a worm Arthron, or a worm Chiron, and that guy... It kind of looks like he doesn't have a gun, maybe? I'd really love it if it would just stay over there when I mouse over him. Okay, no, he has a pistol. It's just in one of his big, meaty arms there. I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of stuff here, though. We are not seeing very much of it at all. We are seeing a tiny fraction of the enemies. Well, I don't so much care about the painworm guy, but if we have a moment here where we can take him out easily, we should definitely do so. Because I'm sure things are going to get a lot worse. Let's see what my shot looks like from right here. Oh, we got Arthrons. Interesting that I could see that Arthron without moving out of the space I started in, but couldn't see it before moving. Okay. Much higher priority.
Heading out.
I mean, what kind of shot do I have from right here?
Acquiring target.
Ugh, a bad one is the answer. That said, probably a good enough shot to deliver an armor break. Okay, you just have him even without Boom Blast. I wonder if We want to move some people around and try to detect if there are other enemies nearby that guy first. Something tells me that we're going to find there are more guys.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, for example. Boy, I don't even know how you saw that. Looks like it's the same loadout. Yeah, it sure is. Okay, well that puts me in a boom blasting kind of mood.
On it.
Can we hit this? Oh yeah. Shed that guy's cover. That is absolutely a boom blast. Hey, where's Pondus? Can Pondus put a big shot into one of those guys? Here's what I'm thinking. If we soften this dude up in such a way that we can get a kill for Tiny, then we can do a rapid clearance thing. We had a lot of success with that in the recent past. Yeah, we could totally do that. It's like shoot him in the leg so he has 10 HP. Do I want to quick aim this? Is the only real question. We'll have one action point left for doing other stuff. I think I'm going to do with that. We'll just bank the action point. Okay. So this will drop me down to 0 will. I'll go back to 2 off of that kill, but it'll let me fire an extra grenade this turn. And, you know, opening the enemies up is like a really big deal.
Here goes nothing.
Alright, let's see what we can accomplish. Please don't miss this. Alright, would have been an embarrassing miss. So we've got that guy. I think we want to fire the next one, like, pretty directly at him. Because I'm just thinking, like, there could be enemies inside here. If we bust up the wall, we'll have a much better idea of what's going on this side of the map. It looks like we did very minimal damage to him. I think we hit him with the last one. Okay, can't destroy the structural members on that side of the building, it looks like. Hold on. Before we do anything else with you, let me take some other actions. Let's see. If I move you to here, we could take a quick aim shot at that guy and probably kill him.
Be right there.
I think I'm comfortable with that use of will points. Sorry, she won't kill him, but she will set him up to be killed. I mean, I guess we ought to just take the shot that's like actually a shot, right? We're not quite going to destroy the leg. This leg we would destroy, right? 102. Yeah, we will do exactly 98 damage. Okay. And then Tiny can kill it with the other shot. But let's see about having some other people get in on this. What I'm thinking is I kind of want to see if I can get to a position where we can reveal if there are any more enemies around there before we do too much else.
Targeting.
There's a non-zero chance the Babe's just going to be able to wipe this guy up from here, which is kind of nice. We could also have Babe... I'm debating whether we want to get further away from these dudes. Because I was thinking we could dash forward, since he still has 3 action points. I'm going to go ahead and take some shots here. I don't really want to... I want to make sure we're getting good value out of the thing we asked Tiny to do. I mean, we have gotten pretty good value out of it. Yeah, let's just... Wow, that was some horrible shooting. He managed to miss a huge number of those. Alright, Technician.
Ready to engage.
What does your shot look like? Do I want to just have you fire twice in the hopes of picking up some bonus XP? Because this is pretty bad, right? This has got to be like a 30% hit chance. And granted, 4 bullets. It's like... It's more complicated than it looks. But maybe what I want to do instead is just like move to here and drop a turret, and that turret won't have a lot to do right now, but it may at some time in the near future. Just preparatory actions here. And then we could, in fact, just have Tiny pick it up. It's really hard for us to find a shot with the explosive grandpa. We could go here, I suppose, and just fire off 3 wild probable misses, and if we don't get the job done, then Tiny cleans it up. But again, this is like about creating an opportunity to get XP on these guys. Okay. The only shot he did hit a piece of equipment rather than the body. That said, he did blow off that gun. Anyway, time to actually kill it. Again, just trying to do as much damage to that wall as possible. That, for some reason, didn't do any damage to it, despite the fact that I plainly... That's annoying. Because he still has his launcher, and he needs to take 24 damage here. Well, I could have either of the snipers try a quick aim. There's a pretty decent non-zero chance that Elise gets the job done, right? She's quite accurate.
All I need is a clear shot.
Yeah, just like a pistol snapshot. She managed to miss him completely. Cool. Very fun. It's like pretty important that he dies, though, because he's in really, really good grenade launcher range. Okay, 24 was sufficient, right? Yep, 24 was exactly good. Okay, so I'm not going to spend any more points on that. I suppose we're done? Bave could move?
Moving now.
Okay. Well, that was a real mess. 2 Arthrons dead before they can be a problem, though. It matters. Alright, so he's going to shoot worms at the big important structure. Not a lot that I think we can do or are inclined to do about that. He carried that glass pane quite a ways into that building. Okay. Proper explosive Chiron. Chiron? Whatever. Proper explosive guy over there. Also, more enemies inside. Those could just be the worms, though. Oh, wild. This is actually like a really nice amount of damage. Good job. Okay, is there a spot where we can get a shot on that dude? Alright, we gotta move quite a ways to pick him up.
On my way.
Well, let's see about it, because it sure would be nice to get him. So this is the gun arm. If we just shoot kind of low here,
Attack successful.
get a reasonable amount of damage in. And then it looks like you might be well positioned to... Boy, your aim is so bad, though. Still, 4 shots. No, it's really bad. Does anybody else have... You're not going to be any better. So it doesn't seem like there are too many enemies still alive at this point. I'm kind of thinking maybe I just blow out part of the wall over here, both to open up a shot to this guy and so that we have vision of those guys. Those are probably just the worms dropped off the roof by the other enemy's big grenade shot. Like, this gives us a lot of versatility, right, as far as targeting goes. Provided that it actually destroys those portions of the wall. It really didn't. Walls made of different materials have wildly different explosive tolerances. Well, we definitely need to get some more damage on that guy. How are we going to do that?
What's our plan?
Bave is pretty accurate. If I do this and we don't close him, I'm putting myself in some real getting shot in the back of the head by the turret positioning. Although I suppose I'll still have half an action point left with which to move.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's just try it. There's like decent odds that Bave picks this up. Yeah, look how good of a shot he is, jeez. Kind of a lot of armor, though. This is a situation that's probably worth just spending armor break. That'll make this way more likely to turn into a kill. What does that leave him at? 30. Okay. And so remember, it seems like the regen happens before the bleed, so we'd have to get him probably down to 10 for him to actually die. Which means somebody's gotta... I mean, you hardly have to hit him at all, and you actually get to fire with all 4 of your action points. I think probably we just, like, make sure that no part of him is outside the circle and just go for this a bunch of times.
Target missed.
Damaged his gun. There we go. Solid cleanup. And then, I don't know what. I probably don't want to start engaging on that thing right now. How many people do we have left? Really 2. Realistically 2. Yeah, I probably don't want to start engaging on that thing right now. So maybe what we do instead is just try to close up in a way that doesn't make us obvious to it.
Sprinting to position.
Also, potentially getting into this this will zone here seems useful. Team could definitely use a little bit of a will boost.
Heading out. I see them.
Oh, I can see the other one from here. Oh no, that's just a Scylla. It is a Scylla with the Sonic Scream head, so we must be wary of that. So let's try to put ourselves in positions to be ready to fight with that thing when we must fight with it. Because we're going to have to destroy its head in one turn, probably. And what does that mean for you? We could just drop another turret right here, is kind of what I was thinking, but the odds of that actually being effective against the Scylla are very low. The odds of this one being effective against the Scylla are already quite bad.
Right there.
I think I'm going to move up here and maybe just go on Overwatch. If something tries to... if a worm crawls out or something like that. And you can have some cover. How about that? Although I have to be careful what kind of cover I give him because I don't want to put him in a position that's going to compromise his ability to shoot around. He'll be able to step out to the side here, I think. So we know about a Scylla and 2 Chirons. Alright, that Scylla has become alerted. It's also destroyed a huge amount of the building. Alright, that's definitely a Triton. Also a Triton. Using big guns. Big human guns. I mean, we're not going to save the building, right? I don't think there's any way that happens. And that's basically fine. I don't care about the building. Which is good, because we are not even going to have the option of caring about it, really. Oh, and that's a Siren, who is now aware of us. Somehow. And that guy is now aware of us. Okay, the Siren. Probably not actually a problem on this next turn, as long as we move Bave away and we don't move anybody else any further toward it. You somehow can't see that thing, despite that thing being very visible to you. Let's have...
Loud and clear.
Yeah, let's have you run in here and grab this will area. People need it. And by people, I mostly mean tiny. Okay. Let's boom blast. We need to open up a path to fighting this Scylla, because it's aware of us now, and that will not stand. Could try to shoot at this thing, but honestly, it is not my top priority. So the question is, how do we really affect this thing? Do I just try to shoot for over here instead, or that's a pretty tough hit. I'm really unsure what's going to cause meaningful impact. And I am, in fact, having problems because the only direction we want to shoot in is directly through the cover. Well, let's try that, for starters. Yeah, okay, it did some damage, and it did open up that archway a little bit. Let's try it again. Maybe we can open it up a little bit more. Okay. That was actually like a pretty good version of that.
I'm here.
You still don't have... Okay, but you do have now vanish range on it at least. We could probably get some pretty good damage in on the head. So what, it's right here is you're going to be your best shot, probably? Yeah, move over here and you lose it completely. This still looks pretty bad, but we got to get Pontus' shot however we can get it, right? Cannot get the headshot. Well, I could move up to another 2 action points and still take a quick shot. And we do need to destroy that thing's head. It's, like, very important. So let's see. We could... No, we don't have enough action points to mark it for death and do the other thing, but we could mark it for death with Lise. Ideally, we would have done before shooting at it the first time, but, you know, one problem at a time. If we mark it for death, we can probably kill it pretty quickly. I'm going to do it. At the cost of an awfully huge percentage of our total will points here. This is crummy. It is a shame that we're only going to get the one real shot off. I have to wait for it to turn a little bit. Okay. Good. Sonic Scream gone. That makes our lives a lot easier. Did I accidentally kill a dude in there? Oh no, that's a guy I killed on purpose. That was 100% intentional. The most intentional kill. So we could step over here, just take a bad shot, throw down a turret right there, and then maybe even duck back behind the cover. That doesn't sound horrible. Let's talk about maybe armor breaking it a little bit first. Because, like, nobody else is actually going to be able to hit the head. But we can soften this thing up. Without the head, it's definitely lost some of its danger, but it does still have whatever the hell's going on its back, missile launchers. And remember, it can't just walk up to us and crush us. So, like, it does have to die relatively quickly. It's going to spawn a bunch of mind flayers on death, which is super annoying. We might be able to do something about that, actually. If we could put enough shots into the abdomen. So yeah, I'm going to armor break it for sure then. We're going to armor break the abdomen and just try to focus everybody's damage on that.
Enemy hit.
Pretty decent amount of damage there, man.
Let's go. Preparing to fire.
Let's go for the plan as it was discussed. Very, very excellent. And then I think
Setting it up.
the thing might be dead already. Well, that's a shame. It sure would be nice if I could get back, find my cover. I guess that'll work. So are you gonna bleed out? You're not quite gonna bleed out. You need a little push. Well, we don't actually have a lot of people left to provide that push. I don't know how aware of us this thing is, or like what it's... Basically, I'm real worried about leaving Grandpa in a place where he's just going to get torn apart by a poison worm spawn. I think we'll run back out here. And you probably just stay where you are, which means it falls to Lise to finish the job here. And I may as well, like, finish the job so that I at least get the will back. Okay. And with 10 will points, we can do all kinds of fun stuff in the next turn or two. So I did not... I said I was going to, but I did not actually move Bave away from that thing. Which means we may need to be ready to kill it very quickly. I might just not even have her do anything. I guess I could put her on Overwatch. If I use this thing. Overwatching a siren with a laser rifle, though, is probably super wasteful. Because it's too armored, right? Yeah, I'm going to do no damage on almost all of its locations. So maybe her play is to just try to back up to a place where she's more likely to have a clean shot against it. That should give her a nice wide angle on the enemies. Also, that's a thing we have to worry about, apparently. Okay. Pretty big deal to have taken down the Scylla so quickly, though. I'm happy about that. Armor Break really is an incredibly useful ability. Okay. Bad news, this thing is going down this turn, which means those Tritons in there are going to start turning those laser weapons on us. Also, we have the fun of the explosive Chiron in the corner that we're going to have a really hard time dealing with. Also, there's this guy, and I'm not clear on whether he's alerted or not. He shouldn't be, but he's overwatching toward us, which makes me think he probably is. Alright, hopefully these things will fall in places where the turrets can get to them easily. Did that really land? It shot them successfully, I think, in locations such that the turrets will shoot our characters while trying to kill them. Okay. Well, that's something. Decent targeting. Smart. Way to not take the bait on the poison worms. I was really worried this thing was going to shoot that. Attempt to shoot that and kill somebody.
Ready to fire.
Okay, well. 100% of the circle was definitely on the enemy there, so that's fun. We just lost an action point to a bug. Not really a situation where we can afford to have that happen.
Ready to engage.
Really? None of those shots? Not a single one of them. Okay. There we go. So that's the worms.
All I need is a clear shot.
Okay, this siren is definitely going to get double tapped, right? Unfortunately, we have a lot of enemies inside that building who are going to be really hard to deal with.
What's that?
I need, sorry, tiny.
I'll try it.
We shoot... Boy, where do we shoot? We probably shoot over here. Trying to give them less cover to hide behind as they approach us. You are probably going to have to duck behind the cover because there are sniper rifles over in this area that we're going to have to not be able to be shot by. There also are, of course, grenade launchers that are a serious problem in their own right.
Ready for action.
So unfortunately, we're going to get nowhere near killing you, which means I'm not going to get any will back on this. And in fact, we're going to be so far from killing you that a mark for death is not going to have any effect at all. But I really do think I have to do this. Okay, reduction in will points, and then let's see about potentially shooting the Arthron.
Confirming target.
Now that the most dangerous thing about that siren is gone, it would be awfully cool to hit this arm. And if we hit the carapace, that's not great, but it's not heartbreaking either. It would be really cool to hit this arm. Yep. Hit the big part. Oh, right, you fired twice. Well, I mean, we can still quick aim. And probably should quick aim. You're not stealthed anymore. Well, we're far enough away from enemies that I don't think it'll be an issue. Can't really tell what I'm looking at here. Alright, maybe we just work on the siren. Don't like the mischance here, but I think we do just need to do the maximum amount of damage. What if I start with the armor-peeling shotgun? Well, we're probably going to see like 4-ish petals hit here, or pellets rather. That's a significant amount of armor reduction. Or 36 damage per shot with the Demos, which we can put almost all of directly into that. Do we want to try to give this kill to somebody else? Since it's so low. I guess we don't really have a lot of other options. And if I don't kill her, she does have some capacity to ruin me with just normal melee attacks. Ooh, I'm definitely worried about that guy as well, though. Like, in the sense that I'm wondering if I just back up. That guy still has his launcher and his machine gun. Dave is just standby mode. I mean, I'll just reload right now.
Reloading.
I know we're losing a grenade in that effectively, but oh, you didn't have a full magazine in your inventory. That's not very good. That's a problem. Alright, so you can't really hit anybody at all. You could come over here and just try to actually use the acid to whittle this guy down over time. I'm going to try it. Trying to spread the acid around to as many body parts as possible. I mean, what are the odds that he's able to get an angle on us? If he ran this way, he'd have to get to, like, here before he could see me. I think I'm okay. I'm just going to go for the kill. I think I'm okay.
That was a kill.
Alright, we managed to actually... Yeah, killing the Scylla really dropped their will quite considerably. So I guess I'm okay. Oh, that's right, he has quick pockets. He does not spend action points when reloading. I forgot. Okay, those guys are both in the open enough for the turrets to try working on them, I think. Now we need to actually stop this guy from doing that, because it's very annoying. We had to clean up as many of these enemies as we can before the other Chiron figures out where I am. Wow, that's a hell of a shot. What kind of weapon is that? Okay, I mean, that's something. They're trying. I'm a little worried about getting screwed on this. Those fireworms are a little further away. Yep. One more shot at most. Do I even want to try that? Unsure.
Preparing to fire.
This guy's not a huge priority. Where's my berserker? Not a huge priority, but easy enough to pick up more damage on. We'll give him one more round of pokes with the acid. Yeah, the fact that it always does a maximum of 10 damage per turn means that, like, in a case like this, in order for it to deal any significant damage to the dude, we have to acid him up, and then we have to wait, like, 3 or 4 turns. It's just not a very good design. And I think what we have here is a situation that's almost optimal for the acid. Let's see, that leg doesn't have any acid on it yet. Hit this part. Don't you look at me. Okay, that didn't go where I wanted it to, but it landed. That's damage. Okay. So what did they recovered to like 11? Well, 9. Okay. So we're not going to be able to panic him again. I don't really care about that Chiron. Pretty surprised I can't see this guy. Actually, no, never mind. That makes sense. Looking at the angle a little bit better, that's pretty sensible.
I'm on the move. Got a visual.
Oh, did I get... Yeah, I can just barely see him. That's a real later kind of problem.
Zooming in.
Damn it, I hit his carapace again? Well, I mean, it's only going to take so many of those before we just have killed him, right? You don't have a ton of stuff to do other than run forward and shoot at those guys. I'm a little worried that moving him forward is going to mean he's getting sniped. There are clearly some snipers over here that need to be dealt with. I don't really have a good sense of how I want to do that, unfortunately. I might just have Tiny Play recover.
Channel open.
So we could have Bave run right up to the building. So make it a little bit easier for me to pick up these guys, and he could start trying to find vision on the other enemies.
Fire.
But I suppose at some point we do have to actually just kill this Chiron, right? So maybe what he does instead is fall back to a place where he's a little bit less snipeable. Like, this is a pretty good dash, and then he can contribute damage to the Chiron dying.
No rest for the wicked.
I think I like that a little bit better. Oof, that's very frustrating. Well, I'm going to hit armor break here. And we'll try to shoot the armor off of these legs. Hold on, let me let him return to some kind of neutral position here. See if we can't hit each of the legs at least once. Okay, so now we're in a good position to like do some real damage to this thing over time. But sadly, we are done for the moment. And that leaves me with you. Try to clean up this other worm. And I am not opposed to just firing for the rest of my turn here. There's not really a ton else for Vanessa to do at the moment, sadly. And then, yeah, we're done.
Right there.
Get back behind the cover, and that leaves Tiny with this. I wasn't, like, I was trying to gauge whether this was going to be necessary. Like, is there a way to shoot? Oof, boy, not really. I was going to say a way to shoot that opens up this this wall. I guess I could move over. This is what I really want. There we go. Managed to compromise the structural integrity of that wall enough. Interesting. The passive will point bonus triggers even on enemies who don't normally give a will point. I don't think I knew that before. That's actually really useful. That very much changes the way I want to handle all these little dudes. Do I want to run you into cover? I don't really needed to be in cover so far. But I suppose that's probably not going to hold forever. Yeah, alright. Dave has one action point with which to... I suppose I could run forward. I don't really want to... We don't want to move out of cover, though, because they have snipers. Or they have something. I don't know exactly what they have. They have something that shoots like a sniper rifle with the accuracy of a sniper rifle at the range of a sniper rifle, but seems to do pistol damage? So maybe it's just like an Iron Fury in the hands of a guy who really knows how to use the damn thing? And whatever it is, it's a laser weapon. We can hear the laser fire, so... Yeah, I don't know. Looks like we're probably going to be able to get vision of it this turn, though, when we blow up that wall. Please drop close enough together that I can grenade more than one of you at a time. Now that we know how that works. Ooh, no, never mind. That's where I would have to shoot the grenade. Okay, we stripped a lot of this thing's armor.
Not now, please. I hope this helps.
Yeah, right? Like, this seems great. Maybe right here to try to blow that wall up a little bit more thoroughly. Boy, I sure hope this actually lands where I aimed it. It didn't. Really, we can't see the person there? I'll just go ahead and say it. No, that's not correct. Game, you're mistaken. We can definitely see that guy. Alright, you got him this time. Did you seriously... You did. You did miss again. I mean, she hit him, just not in the place that I was aiming at all. You know what? She's just going to pick him up. We're just gonna try the pistol shot.
So close.
Okay. If that first pistol shot had landed, I would have been compelled to attempt a second one with quick aim.
Ready to fire.
Wait a minute. Let's make sure this is entirely on his body.
Threat eliminated.
Okay, the hell are the rest of the pain worms? Pain worms. The worms, you know, whatever the hell they're called. Okay, we suspect one is right here. Hold on a second. Just a damn minute. I think there's a sound where? Inside of this bench? There sure was. What a ridiculous thing. How much damage is the bash gonna do? Non-lethal, probably. Okay. That's fine. I'll reload for this.
Kill confirmed.
That's only 2 of them accounted for, which makes me real nervous. Alright, you must have a decent shot by now. A lot of these areas still have armor on them. Got him looking. He's totally going to just end up running off the map. But whatever, I mean, if it gets him to stop shooting, it gets him to stop shooting. And hopefully this will be good XP for the Berserker. He's made some contributions here. So who wants to finish him off?
Ready to fire.
Yeah, alright, I think this is probably it. Okay, another will reduction for the enemies. So he won't step around the corner unless I have something to aim at. Which is a little annoying, because, like, there's an enemy there, and we all know there's an enemy there, but until the characters decide they've seen him, I can't actually fight him in any way. Really? But he's right there. Okay, do I have a grenade? I have grenades. Yeah, what if I did one of these?
Here goes.
Oh, you suck. Babe, dude, come on, man. Alright, well. And you're the only people who have action points left. They're just not going to give me the enemy spotted, despite the fact that there's no chance. I mean, there must just not actually have been an enemy there. The sound is in error. So we definitely would have seen that enemy if he existed by now, right? Alright, I'm wondering about just like overwatching with the Harrower. Because I don't know what else to do here. I could rally the troops. That doesn't feel great. What does that actually accomplish? Not anything, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna shotgun Overwatch. If anybody comes out of here, I'll blast him and hopefully strip some armor.
Discovered.
But like, so we know there are at least 2 Tritons inside the building, plus the 3 Arthrons. I don't think I knew about that guy before. He ran right into the open, which is going to make our lives a lot easier. And at this point, because of the death of that Chiron, yeah, their will has to be getting pretty low again, right? We should be able to force a panic or 2 here. You're at 4, and you are at 3. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I guess there just was never an enemy there. I don't know why we had a noise indicator. So if it's not clear, my plan is to leave the explosive dude for last. Okay, doesn't feel like a great shot. I guess that's just cloth, maybe? Hard to say. Yeah, I'm never really sure how things are going to break in this game, unfortunately.
Moving to coordinates. Identifying target.
So that's just a pincer. The launcher arm obviously is a problem. Maybe I just shoot for the launcher arm, or maybe we just give him one in the brains. Yeah, that's probably the right move. We're probably just killing him. Hold on, though. I might want to have her go last, because we might want to get the will back on her.
Ready to engage.
So what have you got? You've got an okay shot, and some of this is piercing, right? I think you're the one with that gun. Yeah, we'll just take 3 of these and then step behind some cover. Let me let him hulk down in his animation a little bit more. Make my hit zone denser. I even really like that idea of like waiting for the moment in their animation. The soldier watching the enemy with bated breath and then seizing on their moment to strike. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that is enabled by the aiming systems. Okay, that's goodwill. That's just good free will. When philosophers talk about free will, this is what they're talking about.
This better work.
You know what? You're just gonna recover.
My head. I can't breathe.
You ever convince your mom to let you stay home from school when you weren't really sick? Well, Tiny sure as hell never has. Mom, I can't breathe. That's my head. So what, we step over here, take the shot, and then maybe step back into... I mean, I'm in pretty okay cover right here. We just gotta start working on this guy. He's being a very effective coward. I mean, the arm would be ideal. Let's try for this. Nope, she always hits high center. 100% of the time. Well, now she's maybe going to have to pay the price for that. I think that's going to really come back to bite her here. There's still guys who potentially have sniper weapons over here, so I'm worried about approaching them too directly with Grandpa, but, like, what else does he do? I think at the risk of putting our man here in danger, we're gonna push up.
Target in sight.
Well, I finally see him in a position where I shouldn't be able to see him. Not in positions where I should be able to see him, because in those positions, he's invisible. Well, that definitely changes my mind on some things. I sure wish I had had this information a little earlier. Let's see if we can break that wall. Nope. Okay, and then duck behind here. Okay. See, Babe can see the dude now. He couldn't before. And you still can't hit that range, right? But I can move up and do it. And actually, I can move up and do it and maybe even go back afterward. Okay, Pain Chameleon forward. Nope, those are just laser sniper rifles. I don't know how he hit Babe for 30 with one of those. It's not even one of the possible damage values.
Moving now.
Well, why don't you go ahead and get back behind the cover? Because now we know, and now I'm worried. Alright, you probably actually also just want to get behind something.
Right there.
Although you're honestly like a pretty hardy trooper. Okay, so they both have laser sniper rifles. Oh boy, here it comes. Yeah, that's not ideal.
Got lucky.
Return fire's a bitch, though. Yeah, man, return fire with the sniper rifle is, like, very savage. Now we just have to hope those other guys with their sniper rifles are not in position to shoot at her. She has decent cover. Okay. That's actually terrifying. Pondus is not in a good position at all for fighting these enemies. Alright, serendipitously, they both miss. Very close.
Taking aim.
So I don't quite have the ability to... You guys do not have the same gun. Alright, yeah, I don't quite have the ability to go invisible again, which is really a shame. This would be a good time to be invisible. Boy, I don't know what your plan is, man. Obviously, it's pretty important that we don't screw this up, because they're just going to pain chameleon on us if we hit them in a non-fatal way. So no non-fatal hitting.
It's hard to shoot like this.
So you could put a pretty big bullet into that guy. Pain chameleon, sadly, is enabled by the torso. I think I'm going to quick aim the Arthron. We can pick him up, and then that'll give me enough will to quick aim one of the others. How are those guys doing on will? It's got to be low, right? High enough. So we could quick aim for a bad shot on this guy. The pain chameleon, but he's not going to do much with it. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for it, because everybody else needs to focus on the sniper as best they can. We just take his head. I'm too worried. I'm worried that we'll miss if we shoot anywhere else. Okay, he did not go very far, it looks like. Alright, let me think on that one for a second. So Pondus has a pretty decent shot, but I don't feel... I mean, we could just shoot for the gun. We don't usually do this, but maybe this is a situation where it makes sense to aim for the gun.
Hostile wounded.
Okay. Somehow I managed to take his arm. Wasn't even really... like... that must have been a very tiny percentage of the hit chance of that attack. So that guy is not going to be able to shoot us anymore. Okay. I think we've received notification that we broke a gun, even though we shouldn't be able to tell that. Of course, I hit the tiny percentage of my circle that was still the statue. Both times. That's incredible, given how small of a section that was. The odds on that are really bad.
Heading out.
Alright, let's see about finishing this guy off, though. Well, he's definitely still alive. You have a pistol. Really hard to know if this is going to make any kind of sense. Would love to have seen where that bullet went. Seems like maybe the number one thing that you could be doing for me right now is showing me where my bullets are going. I guess let's advance up with you. You're not very susceptible to that pistol shot. Okay, interesting. It moved, and it made a pretty angry noise. I think we might actually have killed it.
Moving to position.
Ourselves in a position to return fire. It wants to get a little clever with us. But I think she killed it. And this one's probably just going to flee the map, right? Which means that I think all that's left is that Chiron in the corner.
Recovering.
You should recover because we want you to be able to vanish. And then we want to be cautious about this. I definitely don't want to give away my presence on the approach. Don't want it to start shooting before we're ready.
Repositioning, prioritizing speed. Enemy in visual range. Moving now.
We want to use the inside of the building as cover as much as possible. You know what? This is pretty good. That's a will zone right there. Go touch the corpse of the Scylla. I dare you. And when Vanessa does it, everybody's like, yeah, we knew you could do it. Hooray. We all believed in you. We all believed you were dumb enough to touch that thing.
Moving as fast as I can.
Yeah, she's seen better days.
Sprinting to
So I think
position.
moving up to here, I wonder if this will reveal the corpse. Okay, yes, it did. Some pretty good shooting from our technician. Vanessa has really put up today.
Moving to position. Let's do this.
Trying to stay behind stuff on the approach. Alright. Oh, seems to be aware of us. Wow. That became a huge amount of damage all of a sudden. Well, obviously, we gotta do one of these. No, what are you doing? Use thing on self.
Catch my breath.
Alright, an arm is no longer busted, so I could shoot, presumably. You really gotta just get over here. Okay. Pondus is stealthy again. So at the moment, we don't have an angle on that guy. And if I get up here, that's not going to change, so I guess we just need to get to somewhere over here, right? Let's see, you're probably just approaching as fast as possible. There's a little bit of cover as long as we stay inside the building in this part of it. We definitely had some vision of it from somewhere over here, but looking at its position now, I can't imagine how. Stealthy enough that we probably don't need to worry about your cover. At least needs to like get way in here behind this thing, and I'm gonna have Vanessa take kind of a long route. And afraid of running out in front of that thing. And I mean, if it knows where we are already, we may as well just like really charge. It's a shame I can't move a little bit faster and get inside this building. We'll go this way. There's a non-zero chance that I'm going to run up on this thing and just melee it to pieces. Oh, am I allowed to manually... Huh. Okay, well, may as well. Got him. It was the perfect shot is what it was. Okay. Working hard to make sure Pondus has some kind of shot. I appreciate that. Oh no, it just left. That's fine. That works out just fine for me. And that mission was a little bit of a nightmare. Good levels though, and nobody actually died. Yeah, man, those are getting to be... Everything, really, is getting to be just more and more of a hassle because of the number of enemies included on each mission. We managed to get 2 levels out of it, which is pretty good rewards-wise. We got ourselves a stim pack and another harrower, which is cool. Okay, and the main reward right here. This time, not actually the XP. This time we got enough materials to make a difference.
Is a sad day.
Uh-oh.
Today we are forced to recognize that the Phoenix Project has strayed so far from its path that it has become our enemy. Today we declare war. May it be a short one.
You know I'm trying to save the world, right? I'm very busy. Of course he knows I'm very busy. That's why he felt it was okay to do this now. Well, yeah, go ahead and generate some stuff. Jack actually does not need a third medkit. Okay, well, sorry to bail after doing nothing but a single mission, but that took forever, and we definitely are, in fact, out of time for today. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully, tomorrow, when we blow up some more dudes attacking a Sinedrian Haven, or rather a Disciples of Anu Haven, we'll do it a little bit faster. So come back for that, and we'll see you then.